Welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live show with live people. It's recorded for Ustream.tv and also for YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I had a bit of an art haul when I went away, and I found these Winsor Newton water-based markers. And typical that I like to do, I bought my 6 colours. So I've got my lemon yellow, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, and they didn't have a French ultramarine, so I bought dioxazine purple and cerulean blue, and a combination of these two will make French ultramarine. So we had a very cold blue and a purple, and we've made French ultramarine. So it's fine. I've made my own. So I've scratched a little bit of the marker on here, and these have got a bullet end, and they have a brush tip. And it's the first time I've done it. So you just scratched a little bit of colour on there. And these are professional watercolours, so I thought these colours would be really nice. So I've got my little pot of water, and I've got my baby wipe that I can twist to a point. And I've actually got Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson, and at the front is this little bee, and I haven't coloured it before, so I thought I'd have a bit of a practice. So I've tried the yellow. And you can use these several ways. I think you can scratch the colour on and then manipulate it with a damp brush, or we can mix colours and use it as a watercolour. So I thought I'd have a bit of a practice with this bee before I started another page. So I'll zoom in. I hope the light's okay. I've rearranged the lighting, so just have a bit of a play a minute and see if we can get so I kind of want to zoom in a bit. So you can see the colours I've scratched, and they are straight out of the marker. One thing I have done at the end just the one thing I have done at the end is I've scratched blue with 2 yellows. So we've got one cerulean blue, but I've got a cadmium yellow and a lemon yellow, and that's going to give me 2 completely different greens. So on the palette, without any mixing, I've got a lemon yellow, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, dioxazine purple. I've mixed purple with the cerulean blue to make a purple blue. I've got cerulean blue, and then I've got the lemon yellow and cerulean blue, and I've got the cadmium yellow and cerulean blue. And so that's going to give me some nice colours. Now you can see they are drying. They're a little bit wet, but they are drying. But I just have it. This is a play because I've never used them before, so I'm going to try and keep everything in frame. So I've used the purple here, the French ultramarine that I made. So I'm going to go back in and see how well it constitutes. There's no bits, it's just a really, really soft watercolour, kind of like that. So I've been in this bit before, so we'll just try this section now. So we can have a nice flat colour here, and again that's a really nice purple blue, which technically isn't a French ultramarine, but it kind of looks like it, so we'll call it French ultramarine. But technically it's a purple blue because it's not got the pigments. So we can have that. Now there's going to be a little bit of colour left on here, So we'll just have a play here and see what we can get. So I want to see how pale they are and how they react. And I kind of like them. They're very kind of soft. So again, I like that. Apologies for the snoring dog. We have to learn that if Alfie isn't barking, he's snoring. So love those colours. Let's have a look at the purple. So I do have a damp brush, so they are diluted a little bit. So again, nice colours. If I took a little bit of water and put it up here, and we'll see just how different that is. Because sometimes in colour books we like strong colours, but other times it's nice to have some very soft colours. And I'm kind of a tight Yorkshire lass. I love the fact that I can take a very strong, vibrant, in-your-face colour and I can get pastel colours. And that's what I was hoping from here. So this is cadmium red. So again, a damp brush, activating a little bit. And the looks of these, even though they're professionals, they worked out about £3 something each. Probably proper prices under a £5. I bought the 6 different ones because they didn't have the colours, my 6 mixing colours that I like. So they were a little bit cheaper because I only bought 6. And I'm quite pleased that I've managed to make this ultramarine colour. So I kind of like that. I'm trying to think colour wise as well as mixing. So this is the cad red. So it will go very pale. Let's try it a little bit stronger. Yes, there's a really nice colour there. So we've got a nice array. Sometimes it's quite nice to play just with colour, and then it's not a proper, what I call a proper page, it's a practice page, because then you can mess about. So what I want to do is I want to make an orange, so I need to take the yellow first. I'll probably put it there. And I'm going to take a bit of the red. So we'll see what that does. And that's a nice orange colour. Kind of like that. The other thing we could do is take the warm yellow, which is cadmium yellow, and the cadmium red, and they have a bullet end, and they also have a brush tip as well. So I'll be using them in a slightly different way, I think, later. So what I might just do, again, not too much water, because I don't want to water them down. I just want to mix. So a damp brush. And that's given a really nice orange. So this is going to be kind of the true orange colour. Yeah, it's a bit stronger, and there is a difference between the orange and the cadmium red, so that's quite nice. Now I did ask the young lady that she said she'd used them, again you can go back, so we can have a pale or we can have a stronger one. And again, I love the fact that you can take a very strong colour, but you can get some pale colours. For every colour you can get another 20 shades out just by adding water, not even mixing them together. So I like that one. This is supposed to be alizarin crimson, and it looked a bit different. The pigment is always different because if it's a pure pigment, it's a chemical. It's a compound, so it always does some weird thing. And obviously this alizarin crimson's doing something because it's not as come out as thick, but it's still a really nice vibrant pinky red, which is exactly what alizarin crimson is. I'll just bring out a little bit more and see if it was just not me. So you could buy 6 colours of certain ones, and then if you didn't like mixing your own colours, you can then just expand. So I'm just going to take this up here. So I could take this one here and a touch of this one, just to mix these two together. And that should give quite a nice purple pink. Yeah, that's a pinky purple, so that's quite nice. So let's try the greens now. So we've got cadmium yellow and alizarin crimson, and in theory this will be the green, the bright green you get if you use any alizarin crimson. Sorry, any lemon yellow and any cerulean blue. You get this bright grass pea green. So we'll do a leg. So that is definitely a nice bright green, leaf green, grass green. And because this is a practice, I'm going to just go to the other side. So this time we've got the same blue, but we've got a cadmium yellow. So this yellow is a sunny yellow, it's a warmer yellow. It's not an orange, but it's not cold yellow. This one is a cad, and there's a difference. So this is going to give you almost an olive one, but not quite. This is like a hooker's green, sap green. It's a little bit different, and I love this, using warmer yellows for this. And I'll show you a very quick trick. We've got a green here, and we'll put orange to it, and we've got an olive colour. So if you put a touch of orange into any green, but the more warmer the yellow, the more olivey it is. So you might say that, I think that's more like a hooker's green, that's a cold green. And if we put a touch of French ultramarine, we're running out of stalks now. We have a dull olive, a darker olive. So our little bee, it's got lots of colours on it. And what else can we do? We could try cerulean blue. And cadmium red. We've got a dull purple, because remember these are the furthest away. So we have a dull purple. So again, that would be a nice shadow for this one. So this was made with pink and purple together. This one is French ultramarine. So we've got a really nice, but it's a dull purple, it's not a bright in-your-face purple. It's a dull purple. So we could make a cadmium yellow, which is a sunny, warm. I'm going to have a touch of cadmium red in there. Again, not much water, just a damp brush to mix them. So we've got that lovely, that's almost a vermilion actually, that is a really rich orange. So if you play about with the different textures of and amounts, that's even a brighter orange is that one. So that would be like a satsuma, and that would be like an orange. So this is definitely a brighter orange. I'm going to just do that bit there, and then we'll put a little bit of cerulean blue here. So they do behave themselves quite well. They seem to have got a sienna, a brown colour. So we've got a little bit of a brown going on now. That's and then if we mix this a bit further, it'll go turquoise. So it's the same colours mixed together, but we've got more orange. So that's made us have more yellow and green. So we have a dull green. But if we take these back in the middle again, we have a darker brown. So if you carried on this in strong colours, you'd end up with a nut brown, a very dark brown. So we've managed, with the orangey red, we've kind of got more of a warm brown, that's a cold brown, and that's a greeny brown. Now these colours will dry, but they'll pop back out again. So I'll just fill that one in there. So we've got quite a nice array of colours. So if we put just the plain blue, just activate that again with a damp brush. Again, we've got that gorgeous bright sky cerulean blue. And sometimes it's just nice to play with these colours. So I'm going to put the purple with cerulean blue. Do we get? We've got a dirty purple. We've actually probably got a French ultramarine again. We want a bit more of the purple to it. So even though we've only got a few colours, we can either use them neat, or we can, with a little bit of a mix from one to the other, we can make some quite nice either bright effects or pale effects. So if you didn't want a cadmium red and you wanted more of a vermilion, this one's in between, and this is one of my favourite colours for mushrooms. I take alizarin crimson and cadmium red, and 50-50 gives me the perfect toadstool colour that I like. It's not too pink and it's not too red, so I kind of like that. So I kind of like those colours. It was a play, and of course nice and dry. I've still got quite a lot of colours there, so they go a long way. So again, as a tight Yorkshire lass, I kind of like that. And they are quite vibrant, so I kind of like that idea. And that was a very quick first impressions of these Winsor Newton watermarkers. Thanks for watching.